Welcome to the Jameela Adams Experience podcast. It's the place to be if you're a woman over 40 who wants to feel inspired, empowered, and heard. Jameela Adams, your host, is an entrepreneur and best-selling author who will discuss how to find joy and happiness in life's challenges. So come and join the experience.
Hey everyone, thank you for joining this week's episode. I'm so glad that you're here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast, and also share it. Definitely want to grow a community with you and join in the experience. So this week's topic is using discernment as an entrepreneur. Using discernment when making business decisions as an entrepreneur involves analyzing information, considering ethical implications, and evaluating potential outcomes with a thoughtful, balanced approach. So here are some steps that will help you use discernment effectively in business. Number 1, gather information. Research thoroughly. Collect all relevant data and information regarding the decision you're about to make. This includes market research, financial reports, industry trends, and customer feedback. For example, if you're looking to invest in a new laptop, you need to know how much memory it has and its battery life. I had to go through that because I needed a travel laptop, obviously from when I was out of town, and I needed to update clients' information or had to be on a Zoom call. So I needed to find what best fit my business needs and my budget. So I had to do research. But along with the research, I had to seek out expert opinions. And those opinions helped me make the right choice. So remember that. Gather as much information that you can, use your discernment, and then make the best choice for you. Step number 2, consider the context. Understand the business environment. Analyze the current market conditions, competitive landscape, and industry dynamics. This helps you understand how your decision will impact a broader context. Align with business goals. Ensure the decision aligns with your company's mission, vision, and long-term objectives. This alignment keeps you focused on what matters most. For example, when I started Jameela Adams at Your Service, the main objective was to help small business owners with their website design and marketing needs. That hasn't changed. This alignment has been a benefit to staying true to myself and my business goals. So step number 3, evaluate your options. List possible outcomes and identify all potential outcomes for each option, including both positive and negative scenarios. This helps you assess risk and benefits, weigh the pros and cons, create a list of advantages and disadvantages for each possible decision. Consider the cost, the time, also the resources that impact not only yourself, because in this instance, since I am an entrepreneur, everything pretty much falls on me. But if you are a business owner who has staff, employees, or whatnot, your decisions will not only affect yourself, but it will affect them. So the best thing you can do is have them input their ideas and also help them by encouraging them to have their input, by having a safe environment for them to voice their opinions and concerns. This alignment will eventually benefit you staying true to yourself and your business goals by allowing others to have their input and feedback freely. Number 4, evaluate others in decision making. Foster collaboration. Include team members and stakeholders in decision-making process as stated before. Since I'm a entrepreneur, I don't have to speak to someone else outside of my office, but if you are a business owner, entrepreneur who has staff members or anyone working under you, it's always best to have their input because it will help your business grow and thrive. But you also have to remember that obviously you have the last say in what happens, but it's always good to have feedback because that feedback could possibly save you time, money, and possibly potential mistakes in the future. So it's always good to have a place for others to have a safe environment for feedback. And step number 5, analyze risk and mitigate. Identify the risk Determine the risk associated with each option. Consider the financial, operational, and reputational and legal risk. Develop risk mitigation strategies. Plan how to manage or mitigate risk. This could include contingency plans. It's always good to have a backup plan, insurance, and diversification of resources. The last thing you want to do is have someone come after you because you said something wrong, you didn't make good on a promise, or anything like that. So it's always best to have a contingency plan and something to basically have a backup plan. And step number 6, make a decision and act. Be an informed decision maker. Upon gathering the facts and figures, choose the best course of action. Trust your analysis and instincts. Communicate your decision and the rationale behind it to all relevant stakeholders. Like I said, if you have a business where you have other people to answer to, you definitely have to listen to the input of your stakeholders because it will affect them. Me, on the other hand, the buck stops with me. It only affects me. So I have to make decisions that will affect me, not only business-wise, or I should say professionally, but personally. So take action. Implement a decision with a clear plan and timeline. Delegate responsibilities to team members and track their progress for the best possible outcome. In my instance, I would have to resource or delegate tasks to a VA or anything like that. But if you have the opportunity and you have staff, delegate and get things done that way. And finally, step number 7, review and learn. Evaluate the results after implementing your decision. Assess its outcomes. Did it achieve the desired results? Were there unexpected consequences? Learn from the experience. Use evaluation to improve your future decision making. Identify what worked well and what could have improved. Discernment and a contingency plan. Be willing to adapt your strategy based on the review. It's essential to have a contingency plan. Some things can and will go wrong. However, planning for challenges in the long run is always best. Use these steps that you can approach your business decisions with discernment, leading to thoughtful and well-considered outcomes, and that align with your business goals and values. I hope this tip helped. I know for me as an entrepreneur, these steps will definitely help me in the long run, as well as when the time comes when I do decide to scale and expand. At least I have the footing and the knowledge to do so. So I challenge you, if you are an entrepreneur, check out your contingency plan and use your discernment and par back when need to, but learn as much as you can about what's going on in your industry. And if you are working in a corporate 9-to-5, all I can say is this. You are still an entrepreneur, but you may be in a corporate setting, but you still are an entrepreneur because you are responsible for the tasks that were given to you. So use discernment in that instance. Talk with others in your cubicle, I guess, and ask them what type of challenges that they're going through. How can you all combine your talents and work together to improve what's going on in your office? So, as always, as I close out, I want you to be inspired, be inspiring, be encouraged, be encouraging. But most of all, I want you to be you, and I'll chat with you next week. Take care.